in this episode we are going to create an appointment screen. Okay, in previous episode we have implemented this feature, book time slot. Okay, now once the appointment is booked, we have also enabled the user to see the appointments as well, right? So what we will do is we will create a tab here. Okay, so here select the user and add page. Okay, and here we will create a blank page and we will name it as appointments screen. Okay, once this is done, we will select this, and in the right side you can see show on navbar. We will add this, and you can select the icon of appointments. Okay, so we don't have any icon for appointment, or rather we will say clinic. We will set this. Okay, now if you want to change the order of these steps, you can set this in settings, nav and app bar, and from here you can see we want this appointment screen before profile. Okay, now this is done. Now here select this and we will remove this completely. Okay, and inside this column add one container. Okay, and the container width will be infinite, and we will increase the height like this. Okay, add the border radius to this like this. Okay, now once this is done, we will add column inside this column we will add a row first. Okay, and inside this row we can actually reuse the complete. Yes, from here we can reuse this container. Okay, so select doctor screen, select this, and yes, copy this container. Okay, and you can go to appointment screen and select this, and instead of adding this container, delete this, we will paste this container like this. Okay, okay, so here we have the clinic name, specialty of doctor, experience, and clinic address. Okay, and here you select this rich text and add one rich text. So that set this as paid, and if you want to set the style of this, you can set that as well in green color. Okay, like this, and you can add some spacing as well like this. I think red color would be better option, or blue color. Green, I think pure green would be better. Select the green color like this, and font weight should be bold. Okay, and here we have to add the timing, at what time user has booked the appointment. Okay, so let's go to Superbase first and see which columns we have inside this appointments. Okay, so here we have ID, booked at, user ID, and from time. Okay, here we have the user ID, but we didn't store the clinic or a doctor ID, so that we have to know which clinic or doctor user has booked the appointment, right? So what we have to do is we have to go back to our book time slot screen, and here in book appointment. Okay, open the action flow, insert row, and inside this appointment time we have to add the doctor details as well, right? Here we will add the user ID and doctor ID, right? So that we would be able for which doctor user has booked an appointment, right? So inside this appointments table we will add one column, and we will name it as doctor ID, or rather we will say clinic ID. Okay, so we will use this clinic ID, and the column for that will be text. Okay, and we will save this. Now this ID, clinic ID, will be stored inside book appointment. So here we have to go to settings, search for Superbase. Okay, search for Superbase and get scheme. Here we have the appointments and clinic ID both now. Now here on book appointment in book time slot screen, select the book appointment, go to action flow, open action flow editor, and here you can add the clinic ID. Clinic ID will be clinic details ID. Okay, confirm this. Okay, so we have now the clinic ID as well. Now in appointment screen, go to widget tree. Okay, and we have to select this column, and from here you can add a query in the right side, add a query, supervised query, appointment table, list of rows. Here we will fetch the appointment for that specific user only. We don't want all the appointments in this appointment table because multiple users will add an appointment here. We want only the appointment of this ID, okay, or this ID, whichever ID user will log in, only that user will be able to see his appointments, right? So here we will set the user ID with authenticated user ID, okay. So only those appointments will be fetched here. But now we have only the appointment details, right? We have this clinic ID, okay, user ID and book date and ID in appointments table. But we don't have any clinic name, specialty, experience, right? These details. So we have to map this appointment table with clinic details. So what we will do is we will fetch the appointments based on user ID, okay, based on this user ID, and we will map this clinic ID with this clinic details. So only these details, Ram Dentist Clinic, Karvinagar, these details will be available here, okay. So how do you do that? Select this container over here, and first of all select this action flow, open this action flow and delete this because we have copied this from doctor screen. We don't have to add any action here, okay. And select this container now, and here we will add a backend query on the right side, add query, supervised query, and from here we will fetch clinic details and only single row we want. We don't want list here. Add filter, and the filter will be the ID in clinic should be equal to the appointments row clinic ID, okay. So that will be our filter. Now select this text clinic name, and here we will have the clinic details row available now. Now we can use this, okay, clinic name, and you can write it here, clinic name, okay. Confirm this. Similarly you can get the specialty as well, clinic details row. We will select the specialty like this, okay. Confirm this. Here we have the rich text experience, okay, clinic details, years of experience, okay. We will name it as experience only, okay. Confirm this. And here we will have the clinic address, clinic row, clinic address, clinic address, okay. Here we have this consultation fees, add the consultation fees here, consultation fees, okay. Confirm this. Now we want the timing as well, at what time user has booked an appointment. So inside this column only we will add one text, okay, so that we can display the timing. So here we can move it here, and you can make the alignment as left, okay. And at the top heading, now select this hello world, and from here we will add appointment row from time, okay, so that we will be able to see the timing of appointment, okay. And we don't need this book appointment, so we will remove this button. We are just showing the appointments in this screen, okay. And if you want, you can add the appointments label at the top, okay. You can, okay, we have this. Now we have to wrap this column inside one more column, okay. And inside this top column we will add one text, okay. And we can shift it over here, and we will name it as appointments, okay. You can make the headline large, and we can make the alignment as left, left padding as 20 and bottom padding as 20. Okay, so yeah, we have this appointment data now. Okay, now here select this column or select this container, and you can add the padding as well, like this. Okay, for from the bottom. Now let's run this and see it in action. Here we have added the wrong spelling, specialty. Now let's see what's the function. String property not. Okay, we haven't set the image, so we will set that as well. For clinic detail row, we have the thumbnail URL over here. Okay, and for the default one, we will go to doctor screen, and here we will take the default URL, so that in development mode also we will be able to see the image. Okay, select this image, and for the default image we will add this URL, this. Okay, now let's run this in test mode. We have this, and select this appointment screen, and we have the appointments for this clinic. Okay, so as you can see here, we have multiple documents coming in. Go to appointment, and we have to check the user ID. Okay, so here we have 3 user IDs. That means there are 3 appointments booked by this user. Okay, so it is coming based on this user ID, right? That means one user A has booked these many appointments, and we haven't added the clinic ID yet. So what we will do is, to make this clear, we will delete everything. We will delete everything from appointments table, and now let's test it again. Okay, so here we don't have any appointments now. Let's book one appointment with dentist. Okay, we will book appointment with Abhijit Dentist Clinic, morning, book appointment. Okay, so here we have the appointment ready now. Okay, we have to refresh this, and here we have the clinic ID. Now let's go to appointments tab. Okay, here we are, and we have the appointment booked at 9:20 a.m. Okay, from time. Similarly, we will book one more appointment to test. So we will go to dentist, and with Ram Dentist Clinic, we will book an appointment at 10:40 a.m. Okay, now let's go here in appointments table. So here you can see one user can book an appointment with other clinic as well. Okay guys, I hope you have learned a new thing today as well. So your today's task is to implement this appointment screen. Okay, this appointment screen, and also you need to make sure to add the proper queries here. Okay, in this column and in this container as well. I hope you are learning the things related to the doctor appointment booking app very fluently in this course. This video consultation part, this part we will cover in our next course. Okay, in that course I will completely focus on video calling and also the voice calling along with chat feature. Okay, something like Instagram or Snapchat we will try to create, so you will get to learn about that stuff separately in that course. Okay, in this course my main focus was to give you a gist of how to create the apps using FlutterFlow and Supabase. So I think many things we have covered in this. Okay, that will give you an overview of how to do things in Supabase and FlutterFlow. Inside this we have also seen the dynamic time slots, appointment booking. So I hope you really enjoyed this course. Okay guys, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching.